Hey Patterson, this is Serrano Keith Baldio. It's kind of late here, so it's hard for me to say my own name. Serrano Keith Baldio. I want to play right off the bat. I want to play an audio recording for you guys so you can hear what I have been saying has been the truth and what they've been saying has been a lie. I want you to listen to this for 1 second.
They did say that. They said that they allow him to get caught on purpose. Okay?
Okay.
That's what they said. I don't know what, but in the middle of this political fucking thing that I'm doing right now,
Right.
please don't fuck me.
But so Andre is in on it because he's the one who knows and have advanced information.
Well, Andre must be in on it because he's the one that told me.
Okay. So he has knowledge of it.
Yeah.
So they plotted with this guy. So he has to get caught. And the message, I guess, is back off.
I guess. I didn't get into it. I never talked to Andre my whole fucking.
Okay. This is the recording that we are sending to the U.S. Attorney's Office. You see, people think that they're smart. People think that they're clever. And they think they can scheme and lie and manipulate, and they'll get away with it. But you can't get that past me. I have been fighting corruption for years. I've been watching every detail, every scheme, every twist, every turn that they have been doing. So I know how to catch you. The question is, the prosecutor's on their side, Camille Valdez. So you can't get her to prosecute them because she's with them. You can't get the judges to charge them. Well, you can if the judges are not in New Jersey. So as you guys know, I try to put a couple of these judges in jail. This is Judge Capicello. I try to put him in jail. This is Judge John Mayola. I try to put him in jail. He's Passaic County Chief Judge. He's the second judge in charge. I filed criminal charges because I caught them lying, manipulating, deceiving their office, and breaking the law under the criminal code to the oath they swear their office to. It says you cannot deprive somebody of a right or a benefit or seek a benefit for somebody else. And they were protecting the elected officials. So I went after these two guys to put them in jail. And you don't put a judge in jail unless you have the backing of some very powerful people. And I didn't realize that back then. I realized it now. And this is their buddy here. This is the guy that they send the case to in Union City. This is Passaic County, Union County. So that's their buddy. They all go to the same club. They're all in New Jersey. He said it. I know every judge in New Jersey. He was pissed off. He wanted blood from me. He charged me $6,900 to punish me for filing complaints against Sayer and his buddies. And we're going to get into them another time. But today I wanted you to hear that recording about how this guy here, John Olson, lied repeatedly in that complaint. And this, where is he? Harry Melber signed it. So let's go back and listen to the tape without the language. Harry Melber intentionally. Now this is a former police chief under a sworn oath to his office. Because when I went back to him, I said, Richard, he said, you see, and I didn't have to say anything. He said to me, Serrano, I am a sworn officer of the law, and if somebody comes to me with information, I cannot lie about that information. So what you're getting from him is that Andrew Sayer called him, and Andrew Sayer wanted him to sue me because he thought we had a conflict. And then when we didn't realize we didn't have a conflict, he was telling him in the process that Harry Melber was supposed to intentionally go after my wife and push her, not follow her, not stay back like he said in his defamation suit, like he's this innocent guy just following the lady around trying to find dirt or whatever. We have a witness, a strong witness that cannot go before the feds and lie, because these tapes are going to put him in jail for lying. He said it. You heard it. Harry Melber, that PI that went after Joey Torres' family, was supposed to intentionally go, push, scare, chase her, where he's going to get caught chasing her. What do you think would happen to somebody like that? Remember what happened to Princess Diane? They weren't even chasing her to intentionally chase her. They were chasing her to get photographs of her. She ended up getting killed. So I wasn't lying when I said what I said about these people. But what happened is I wasn't in New Jersey to defend myself. This judge, I believe under the direction of him, was looking for blood because I tried to put him in jail. And I tried to put him in jail for abusing their office to protect the Patterson officials. That's why they were looking for blood, and that's their buddy. That's why I got the $125,000 fine from the false claim that they filed. This is the whole... There's a book that I'm writing called Political Mafias in New Jersey. And there's another line, but I'm not going to say it just yet. These are the political mafias. They're connected to John Kerry, Phil Murphy, and everybody else. They get that power from that circle. So you heard a former police chief saying that Harry Melber is a liar, that his attorney is a liar. This was no hire a PI to follow her. This was hire a PI to stalk her, to go after her, to chase her physically. And that's why when I showed that video, by the way, he had that video banned from Facebook, but it's on YouTube, New Jersey Pulse YouTube, and it's on the page harrymelber.com. He doesn't want you to see that video because in that video, you can see him chasing her, and it validates the words of this police officer, this former police officer. I'm not lying here, guys. I am not lying. I have never lied to you. These are the liars. These are the manipulators of that city, seeking power and protecting corrupted officials. So what he said, and I can't play the whole tape because I'm turning it over to the feds, so they can go interview Harry Melber and this character here is attorney and the videos. There are videos that Harry Melber used when he's doing his job, and those videos are missing. Thousands of hours of videos. Remember when he went after Joey Torres and his family? He had, but no videos against me and my wife? That's not right. He hid those videos because those videos would show him chasing her and pushing her off the road, maybe? Into oncoming traffic, maybe? Because you're scaring a woman like that will do what? She'll end up getting killed or hurt. Which is what's in my Facebook page. But I can't remember using the word kill, so we're going to find out. There's also some stuff deleted by Harry Melber. His complaint said that he called Facebook to have it removed. So what he did before he filed his lawsuit, he called Facebook to remove certain posts, certain information, or maybe remove it himself because we're missing information. A lot of stuff I posted I'm missing, and then he filed his suit. So you tampered with evidence. You had evidence removed. You have my defense removed. You tampered with my entire Facebook page by having stuff secretly removed that I couldn't even find when I went back, and then you sued. It doesn't work that way. So he's going to go to jail. He has to. You cannot do that to extort money from somebody. You cannot go and manipulate information, then sue to extort that money from them. Because he didn't sue for his reputation. He sued for money. Because 3 times, and I posted it for you guys to see, 3 times I gave Harry Melber a chance to sign and walk away. Sign your name. If you really cared about your name, here's the deal. Sign this deal and we'll just walk away. Harry Melber doesn't care about his name. Harry Melber cares about the money that's coming from both of them. The government and the government paid, guys that pays to the government's enemies. Charles Florio. We're going to deal with him last. We're going to deal with Saya and the rest of them soon. And this corrupted lawyer repeatedly lied in that complaint. I have yet to read that complaint to you and show you where he lied and show you evidence as if I was in court. I was forced into an illegal trial against my own speech, my own newspaper that never even published anything. Everything was manipulated. And when I lay it out in a book, you're going to see what I'm talking about. They won't get to write the story. I get to write it. I get to say what his name is his name, and these three corrupted judges. I get to tell the story. It's like the story was written on Jesus' side about the Bible. I get to write this one. But tonight I was coming home and I was thinking, I said, you got to show the public, you got to show them what's going on. You got to show them when you're talking to the FBI what's to come. You see, in a court of law, you got to give your opponents the evidence. You can't keep it, you can't hide it, you can't hijack them. You have to give it to them, unfortunately. I want to give it to you, Patterson. And I'm going to outline Sayers' whole Islamic ties here. And all these guys supporting Islam under him. And you're going to see from the beginning, the video that I did, how I caught him and what he said, that the Bible is a lie, that Jesus is the Son of God. That's a lie. That's what he said to me directly to my face. You don't even need Jesus. You can just be a good person. That's the lie he said our faith is. But he's pretending. He's a closet Muslim pretending to be a Christian. This is what started the fight between me and him from the beginning. This is why he went to this guy, and he went to the cop to sue me, and he filed the first lawsuit against me. He's trying everything he could to hide what I know about him. Now he's got the Democratic Party backing him, and the Democratic Party owns all these judges. All of them, because they put them in office. The Chairman Curry and the governor picks these judges. And Chairman Curry picked him. Okay? And the rest of them in Patterson. So tonight I wanted you to hear this recording. I don't know, I only played you part of it, but I can't play you the rest. I want the Attorney General's office, not the Attorney General's, trust me, the Attorney General's office also is part of this crew. So you have the chairman, John Curry, controls all of Patterson and the elected officials and their corruption. He controls who gets the governorship. He controls Phil Murphy. Phil Murphy picks who? The Attorney General's office in New Jersey. He controls that. Who they pick? Also, they pick the ethics board. They control that because I had ethics charges against these two fools. Okay? They can pick all the judges. The chairman and the governor gets together with the senator that the chairman chooses to run for office and win. So they all pick these judges you see here. The senators, the governor, and the chairman does the picking of the judges. And so if they tell these judges, shoot this guy down, take this guy out, find this guy, we want him. Just remember, they fined me before $6,700 for filing criminal complaints against Andrew Say and the rest of the officials. They manipulated and they used court appearances for each complaint that I filed and twisted that. And so we're going to find you court appearances for each complaint, even though you came here only once. But I beat that. I sued them. I appealed it. I did an appeal that they said I couldn't do an appeal on a probable cause hearing. And I said, you bet want to see? Just watch. Did my appeal. So I have a week. I have till next Friday to file my notice of appeal on this $129,000 fine. But I also had a chance to sign an agreement never to speak about what they did to my wife, and I can only pay $700. I prayed about that, and I prayed really hard. And nothing in my spirit said to sign it. Nothing God is telling me, go ahead and sign it. Just walk away. I just couldn't. Hey, if it was up to me, I would just sign it and get rid of this guy. But it was God saying, don't sign it. I have a bigger plan to expose bigger people. If I had signed it, I would have never known the evil and the corruption and the political gangsters up here. It would just ended right over here with $700, and I would have never known what the next step would have been. Now we're knowing what the next step would be and how evil and how high the corruption is. So when I write that book, Political Gangsters in New Jersey, I get to put all of them in it, including this guy. He's pretending to be a Republican. He's not. Let me tell you something. There are no Republicans in New Jersey. None. Okay? If there are, it's just to let the people believe that they are, because you need a second party and they need to put people there. This guy is claiming to be a Republican. I'm the only conservative newspaper in my area, and he's destroyed it. He has helped them destroy my newspaper in Patterson, because how am I going to come up with $129,000 when my income from the newspaper was only $2,000? And there's no more newspaper anymore. and Harry Melber has no income whatsoever. So how does he come up with $79,000 when he really had no income? And so what they did after, when he went back to court for the judgment hearing, because I didn't show up, they got a default, they said, he's still posting stuff about them. We want him punished. And the judge said, okay, $50,000 fine. What I did was, when they sued me, what I did was publish what they were doing. That's it. I didn't even have the right of free speech and freedom of the press to publish even what they were doing with their suit. I'm punished for even that, just because they wanted to get me for their buddies. That's how this works. They did it to the guy called Topolito, I think his name is. 5 judges lost a lot of millions of dollars because he was in the stock market and was in control of it. They took away his family. They took away his children. They took away his money. They seized his millions. They left him with nothing. And that case came to Passaic County before Judge Clark. I went almost on the last day, and I'm looking at Judge Clark, and I'm looking at this guy who was representing himself. And I said, she is not listening to him, because those 5 judges from Morris County, I think it was, hated him. And somehow she's going to get that revenge for them. And he went to the Attorney General's office, got all kind of stuff against what the judges were doing, illegal in the case, breaking the law. And he brought it back before Judge Clark in Passaic County, just one of his judges. And I looked and I said, she doesn't care. She's going to crucify that guy. And that's exactly what she did. All these judges are in cahoots with one another. When I left Dallas was because a sheriff officer was telling me Judge Caposello, who controls all the sheriff department, was going to use one of the sheriff to follow me around and have me arrested. That's what I was told. It's one of the reasons I got the hell out of there. But remember in my complaint, my federal complaint, I said they were going to have one of the council members bump into me and have me criminally charged and say I hit him and assaulted him. They were looking for that too. Anything they could have found, any case that I have in New Jersey, they were going to call that judge and turn it into a deadly case. Even if I stub my toe on somebody, file a case, we'll take care of him when we get in there. 5 years in prison just for stumping somebody's toe. That's what they were looking for. And they went after this defamation case and took away my right to free speech, my right to defend my wife, my right to defend my life, and my right to defend my newspaper and myself. And I couldn't speak up against the Patterson officials. They twisted it and made it look like I was talking about him when I wasn't. I was talking about them. So I'm going to lay all that out for the FBI. And I hope, I'm trying to get Ted Cruz and the rest of the senators over here to, sometimes the senators can demand an investigation, to demand the truth be told, to demand that they don't manipulate the investigation of the case. But if it's found out that Harry Melber really did push her and go after her so she could run off the road and get hurt and get killed, and he did call up Facebook and have all the stuff that I would have used to defend myself removed, and then use what was left to file the lawsuit, excuse me, then that goes to him. And then you'll see at the end, everything said op-ed. So he picked up all of the, left off all of that and used only what he wanted to use to get this judgment. But the judge would have done it anyway. Even if it did say op-ed, it did say everything. I repeatedly sent so much stuff to this corrupted judge. I sent so much stuff to him. Let's get his name out there. Judge Alan Lenswich, whatever, Union County. I sent this guy so much evidence. He should have just looked at all of it and said, this is garbage. This guy has free speech. He said it's an opinion. He said it's an editorial. Why are you suing him when he says opinion editorial? He didn't care. He was just looking for their side. My attorney said he just ripped into me. He didn't care about what they did. He just was trying to question me about I was negligent. There's no negligence in free speech. Free speech means somebody did something evil to you and you have a right to talk about it. But I couldn't even talk about the evil they did to my wife. That's what this judge is saying. I can't even talk about my opinion, what it is. I was punished for my opinion, which is illegal, by the way. So one of the things they did was they found out that I had no money. no money to come back, no money to do an appeal, nobody to file a notice. That's what they think. He has no money to do anything. So if we stick him here, he cannot do an appeal. Why? Because he has no money. Because he doesn't have any money to travel to come up here. So then you're going to get your $125,000 fine on him. You're going to stick it to all the money he's making in his life. You're going to screw up his life. You're going to destroy his life. You're going to take his income and everything he has coming to him because he cannot appeal. That's what their plan is. But God has a different plan. The people that I met here in Texas are going to find out what Harry Melber did to their own daughter. When I play them this tape, there's more to this tape than what I'm playing here. When I play them this tape, they're going to see exactly what they did to one of their Texas daughters. Let them deal with the evil in New Jersey because I need help. I can't fight that evil alone. And they are all in one circle, including Prosecutor Valdez. I can bring up her photograph right now where she's with the elected officials, hugging them, kissing them, should put them in jail, but that's not what she's about. She's all about the hugging and the kissing and making friends with them. When the case went to her, she was supposed to send it out of Passaic County. That's what she's supposed to do because she's friends with them, but she doesn't do that. The law is if you are friends with them, if there's a conflict in any single way, you're supposed to send it out to Morris County, Bergen County, or far away from this place as you possibly can, but she kept it. She kept it because that's her friends. And she kept it because who's going to complain? Nobody's going to complain. Serrano always uncover us, but he never really goes further than that. He stops. And that's the mistake that I have been making in the city of Patterson for a very long time. I uncover the evil and then I stop. But this time we're going all the way. This fight going all the way to wherever I need to take it. And, look, remember how that guy criticized Saya, what they did to him? They had him followed around, just like I told you this judge was trying to have me follow around and arrested. Well, they got him. They got him and they got him good. They found some kind of cartridge in his car. You know, even if there's no gun, there's nothing, they're going to turn that crap around him so fast. And they did, and they're going to punish him because all Saya has to do is to call the governor. You know, Saya goes to the governor's house. Governor controls the Attorney General's office. Governor controls the judges. Governor controls everybody. So he is not going anywhere. I was lucky to leave that place the time that I did. I was lucky. God took me out in due time because he knew what was coming. And so all they got on me was a civil thing for money. Bankruptcy cleans it up. They're going to try to put a lien on stuff. But hopefully the federal government, FBI would get involved and we'll see the scam. But I want the extortion charge more than anything else. Because to remove information, call Facebook or do it yourself and remove information just before you sued. You know those people, you catch them just before they kill their wives or they hurt somebody or they do something or they kill their husbands or whatever. They take out a $4 million insurance on them. Well, that's exactly what Harry Melber did to my account. Remove what would show that he's a liar and kept only what would make him look good. All right, so I didn't get the prosecutor's thing here. I've got her all over the place. I actually have a package with her too. So this is part of the things I'm sending the Attorney General's office and what I said on my Facebook page ahead of time about Saya. And I went there, I found out they're already investigating this guy. So I just need to link these two to Saya, and I have the link right there. Then I link it to Charles Florio, the money man, who's paying the government. And I'm going to link them sooner or later, but I'm going to deal with them on a different level. I have evidence on them, and I'll deal with them on a different level. Right now, we're going to deal with these fools. So I wanted you to hear that audio. I wanted you to hear that they willingly went after my wife, willingly chasing a woman, like I said, down the road, to push her. When you're flying your car behind a woman to push her, what is going to happen to her? She's going to be speeding. She's going to be frightened. She's going to be scared. She's going to run up the road. She's going to get hurt. She's going to get killed. She's going to run into oncoming traffic. And you heard the former police chief of Passaic City telling you that was their intent. So I was not lying. So this defamation BS thing that they got, what should come back to haunt them? 3 times I gave them a chance. Even before I knew the judge was going to give it to them, I sent a letter to this guy, this corrupted attorney. And I said, can we end this right here so I can focus on Patterson? No, he didn't give a damn. But when this turns around, watch them beg me to end this. Appeal's going to be happening, and all kind of stuff is going to be happening to them. Then they're going to call me. I said, no, once I file an appeal, you can go to hell. Not my wife. Not the chances that I gave you to walk away and you refused. 2 years they put me through hell. 2 years my household has been living in hell because of this lawsuit. And so once it's done, now that it's done, we know what the damage is. Let me give your life some hell as well. Let people know about what you did. And let people know the truth. From these CDs, this is not the only evidence. I'm going to play something else for you, but I'm going to wait. I just wanted you guys to hear this. This is Serrano. Thanks for watching, and bye for now.